mock-up of what we did for Clarke Quay. Okay, this is a directory screen, touchscreen panel where we display the exact timing, the dates, including the temperature. Right, so very simple touch out. And you can see that this is what we call a wayfinding. So in other words, we can showcase the map, the different zoning of the area itself, including the different facilities that are available in Clarke Quay. Now let me do a very quick display. Take for example, you can slide this, alright, the alphabet right up to S. Right, so for the tenants under S itself, we have, take for example, Shiraj. Okay, so from there you'll be able to show the direction which you are currently here, right down to the shop, which is Shiraj, and a short write up of the restaurant itself. Okay, let me select back, take for example, go on to back, and we can actually go to another shop which is around Clarke Quay. Let me check on 10 Manchos. Okay, so we have a short write up on the tenant, and we will show the other way the location of the map and how you to get to that from where you are to the location. So this being one of them, we can also go by the shortcut method, which shows the bar and club lounges, dessert bar and cafe, restaurants. These are the restaurants that are available, and on the second page 2, 3, and 4. So these are the restaurants that are available in Clarke Quay. Alright, the takeaways: recreational activities, so such as the fitness and martial arts center, GMAX, all these are being reflected, including some of the office facilities within Clarke Quay. We can even show the map of the toilet. So as you click, you can see it actually appears in the large map of the Clarke Quay itself on all the available toilets that are within the vicinity. Alright, you can, and you will be able to show the latest or the nearest toilet facilities that are available. Next, let's go on transport. For transport itself, all the pickup points, the taxi stands of the buses, it will show you to the nearest taxi stand. Okay. Live music. Now you can showcase which are the live music performance that are available in Clarke Quay. Take for example, you can go on to the next stage, which will be all this are the current club in Clarke Quay itself. And most importantly, of course, the ATM machines that are available within Clarke Quay. And you can see these are the 4 ATMs that are available, and they are all located in this ATM venue that are being set aside for the ATM machines. Now let's go on to the next one, the kiosk. Now these are the kiosks that are actually installed by us. So there are a couple of kiosks available, legends, okay, of what is being shown on the screen. Now you can also select, like for example in Clarke Quay itself, we actually divided into Block A, Block B, Block C, D and E into zoning. For Block A itself, these are all the tenants within Block A. Okay, Block B and differentiated by colors. Block C are all in red. Back Block D, Block E and others. Okay, right, so let's go on to the next thing. Now we can also feature the history of Clarke Quay or the history of the place, showcasing some of the older pictures, and today the information or current Clarke Quay, what are the things that they're having right now, and some of the events, transportation. This is where how to get to Clarke Quay from different locations, by bus, by MRT, taxis, and by river taxi. Okay, take for example, find it on the map by bus itself. Now these are the drop-off points for buses. MRT, as you can see, the Clarke Quay MRT will be here. So this will be the drop-off point for MRT, by taxi or by cab. These are the 3 drop-off points by cab. And of course, last but not least, by river taxi. This will be the jetty drop-off point for the river taxi. Okay. Next, we will go on to contact us. Alright, so the information on contacting us will be displayed here. And let's go on to the raw directory, which is what I've shown earlier on. Next will be what's hot. Now what's hot are the current events that are being held in Clarke Quay right now. So what you can do, just click onto this. We can always display what are the current events that are happening within the mall. Okay, let's go on to the video itself. So this will be the upcoming CNY events or some of the past events that happens in Clarke Quay. Go on to the outlets that are having events. Let's go on to Happy Hour outlet. Never ends. So these are displays on some of the F&B promotion. Now we can also include a printer, thermal printer itself, that they can print out the vouchers, or we can go straight to this and you will instantly know what are the promotions that are available within Clarke Quay. Okay, what's new? Okay, we can also put in that feature on what's new, including the latest eateries plus some of the delicacies that are available in Clarke Quay. Alright, let's go on to what's on here, or connect with Clarke Quay itself. Now this is where we actually have a photo feature. Alright, you can actually take a photo of yourself and you submit it to Clarke Quay itself, which can be linked onto your social media. This is actually a banner that we have designed for Clarke Quay with all the necessary information within that. So these are the banners that you can deploy in your malls, in some of your commercial properties, and on top of that, some of the shopping malls. Okay. We can also run a sort of a lucky draw or a gaming of the screen itself. Now this will be very good for what we call data collection. Say for example, you are required to key in your name, alright, your date of birth. Alright, so it's quite easy, right? You don't even need to key, you can just drag down. Say, for example, 22nd January, right down to this. Save. Okay, alright. Obviously that's not my date, right? Hang on, let me put it down again. Okay, key in your email address. Okay, you can even key in your contact details, and depending on which country you're from, you can pull down the menu. Say, take for example, if I'm from Libya. Okay, contact number. Alright, subscribe to your monthly e-guide. Okay, and then you can go on to this. You can see this is a screen that is suitable for malls, for restaurants, for eateries and things like that. So it showcases all the tenants, and it's also a banner that you can run your promotion activities. It comes with actually a thermal printer where you can print out vouchers. So whichever eateries that are within the mall itself, you can always run a promo. Now the good thing about this is that it's also linked Wi-Fi instantly. So if you want to actually run a promo, say take for example in about 2 hours down the road, we can always do it at the back end. Now on top of that, other than it being a wayfinder, okay, which showcases all the tenants, showcases where to go, it's also a place, a panel that shows you all the transportation drop-off point and pick-up point. Alright, and we also included features such as the flight details, the airline details. So just in case if you need to catch on your latest flight, we know the traveling journey, including the temperature and the date. Okay, and some of the promotional activities, and most of all it's also about connecting with the landlords. Okay, so this is the panel that you can actually take photos and upload the photos with the landlord platform. Okay, and all this are all done at the back end using Wi-Fi, so you get instant update. We can always manipulate, or we can always tweak whatever promo within here from our back end server. Now, of course, the mall directories doesn't just come in portraits alone. We also can have it on landscape format, which is exactly what we did for Wisma Atrium. But for Wisma Atrium itself, it not being a touchscreen, it basically just featured the advertising promo, including all the directories over here. As you can see, the touchscreen doesn't have to come in a portrait format. It can also comes within a landscape format itself. So this is the game that was being commissioned to us by Singapore Airlines for one of their exhibition booth, where they deployed this as being a gamification exercise. Okay, so this is where you can turn the touchscreen instantly into a jackpot machine. Next, I would like to introduce you to the other function of the touchscreen, where we actually designed a game for our client. This in particular was for Standard Chartered Bank. Alright, let me show you how this is being played. So basically, you have a card over here and you're supposed to collect coins, avoiding all the fishes where you will actually deduct. And we do have a point functions over here, and we have also set aside the time factor on achieving the highest coin within 20 seconds. So these games are all designed in-house. There you have it, we have won 445 points. So all these games are actually designed in-house, customized for our client. Okay, this is also the other game that we have designed for our client as the IC to be deployed during their road shows. Okay, so very simple, we call it catch the dollar game. So what do you do? By the press of buttons, there's this bag and you're supposed to avoid the rest of the content other than the dollar sign. Okay. Alright, which we customize for our customers such as M1. It's called the electronic spinner wheel. So yeah, congratulations, you've won yourself a sunglass. Okay, it's what we call toss the ball, right? Basketball. I'm not being very athletic, so maybe I'll need my colleague to try this. Okay, I'll just try this. Okay, so what I do, I believe we have played this game in the arcades or online.